the Jehovian seals did if they were left unattended, what they do. And it was one of the nastiest things, that, like, the potential of what I saw. I saw one of them activating, and you know how you have your Maharic seal and you have your astral field around you, you know, these energy fields around you? Well, right where this one was, it looked like a burn mark in the astral bubble. It ate a hole in the astral field, and it hadn't gone all the way through yet with the person who saw it. But this is what they can do if you're not running the D12 frequency and higher, and if you don't clear them. And it was not only not only could go through the astral field, it can burn itself right through from the inside the Maharic killer. All right, they could literally push their way through, and they're like, it's almost like acid burning through. I had no idea about it, but I happened to catch one in the field, and I've been looking over my shoulder. What's it doing? You know what I mean? If people are going through this without realizing they're going through it, they're feeling a little pain here or something. But what's really happening is eating a hole in their astral field, and even people that are using the Maharic seal alone, these have enough power, because I guess they're being generated by this, I think it's a false D11.5 reverse current that they use over in the Phantom Matrix. They're connected to that, and they literally have the ability, if you don't have a real strong Maharic seal, which you wouldn't be able to do it if you had 12-strand activation, full activation, it wouldn't be able to affect the Maharic seal. But right now we're just learning to build that Maharic pillar of frequency around us. It could literally burn right through it and leave holes. And where there's holes, there's doorways, and that's where things like to come up. And it's also where they are trying to have our bodies die and take the astral bodies and our consciousness down in the phantom. This is how nasty these things are. You know what I mean? It makes me look at the Bible a whole lot different. I mean, I always used to try to keep a level of respect because it once started as a good book. All right, even if, it's been twisted and distorted, because originally it was, the Essene teachings and the ones that came from Atlantis before that. It was good stuff. But when I started to see what this stuff can do, this is mean. The people who come up with this stuff, these are mean beings. They are really twisted. So it's important that we begin to use the tools that we're given, and thank God they're easy. Thank God you don't have to go and get like rabies shots for it. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot less pleasant. Down here, it lists the 4 points that it needs to go, that this frequency pattern needs to be activated in. One is chakra 8, the thyroid, which would be right here, right around here. On the chakra chart, it shows you about where chakra 8 comes out. Okay, there's a chakra chart in that little packet that you have somewhere toward the back, I think. Okay. Now, part of the problem that we start to have thyroid problems when we activate DNA because of these Jehovian seals. What this will begin to do is clear the ones that are affecting the thyroid. This will also, I've been told, I hope, affect weight gain. For people who are having problems with either weight gain or weight loss, a lot of times that's because of what the thyroid is doing in relation to the rest of the energies in the body. Because of these Jehovian seals, particularly when you start to go through DNA activation, it can, I'm watching my closet and they're saying, I wish I could fit into those things right now. Because it's going, I don't know what it is. And females seem to go this way, but I've noticed males seem to go this way. So it seems to affect the male and female body differently. I think it can go either way with either, but and there's probably a lot more factors as far as your own chemistry that affects that. But it's playing with how much body weight you have or don't have. And it's because these seals are beginning to release on the mass level because of the frequencies we're hitting. If you go through DNA activation levels that are a little faster and higher, and, before the planet grids activate, you're activating them in you. I've actually met people who do healing work who have been guided to use certain sound tones that they think are helping, but they've actually been guided to use the sound tones that will set early activation of them, to activate them early, and they don't know it. So there's things that can activate these things prematurely. People can have problems with their thyroid without these activating, but these tend to kick it up as if it's like everybody's got this problem. So when we use this here, and the way we're going to use it, you can draw it on the area, but you can do it with oil, essence oil. That actually helps electrical transmission. The oil kind of lubricates and helps the frequencies to pass through. You don't have to use a pen, so you don't have to have see symbols drawn all over you. The easiest way to do it is to take it on a piece of paper or on a stamper, like those other things were. But if you don't want to mark your skin, do it on a piece of paper, or take a stamper, put it on a piece of paper, take the piece of paper, and just put a bit of oil and stick the thing on. But the idea is to have it where it's sitting here. This is where you get, well, do I put it this way or do I put it this way? As if you were wearing it on the front of you, where the person looking at you would see the seal like you're seeing it. Yeah. Okay? So you draw it on a piece of paper, cut the piece of paper out, turn it away from you, right? Yeah, as if you were as if you glued that on your chest, right? Once you get these symbols put in where the body is used to it, and this will take about 3 weeks of maybe once or twice a week running the exercise. And the exercise isn't written yet because they're giving it to me now. The exercise is simply, you can sit down or lay down. First, put the drawing of it here, like on a piece of paper is okay. Put it here. Activate your Maharic seal. And it's real simple, thank God, finally a simple technique. Bring up the pale silver frequency from the Maharic seal from below your feet. Bring it up to there and exhale it through out the chakra, because you have an 8th chakra that comes out here. As if you brought it up with an inhale breath and then exhaled it out. Now, you're just simply going to breathe through the 8th chakra. You're going to inhale. And every time you inhale, you're imagining pale silver coming up to there. And then you're going to exhale, but every other exhale that you, instead, not the first one, you don't have to worry about it. But the second one, chakras go through the body. Remember, like there's a front end and then there's a back end of the chakra. The 8th chakra is a tricky one. Okay? That's one that runs through with the pineal seals, like the 9th one does. It goes through an angle up through the head. The 8th one goes up through the head and comes out back here. You have 7th chakra up here. This one comes out in an angle up here. The 9th one actually comes this way, okay? But you're dealing with the 8th right now, the 8th chakra. So and imagine this line of light, literally pale silver light. Right? Inhale up, hold it there a minute, and then you're going to exhale a line of light that goes for the center point where you are, going, and then inhale more. You're just going to breathe out through that chakra. You're going to breathe the silver light with the symbol on it for a few minutes. Just play with it. And they're saying that you will be able to feel, after you play with this for a while, you'll be able to feel when it's enough. You don't have to take 20 minutes for each station. There's 4 stations that you need to breathe this frequency through with this code on it. And they're the ones that will go, they'll explain more. We'll get this in writing at some point. But, so you start there. Bring the Maharic frequency up. And just let it go. Through the 8th chakra. And then put the attention back down the feet. Through the 8th chakra. Next place you're going to do it. After you do that for a few minutes, right? Go to number 2, tailbone. Okay? That's where you're going to take your little paper and stick it to your tailbone. Okay? Facing out. Okay? With the drawing facing out. The tailbone is the next spot. You do the same thing there. The tailbone now is connected to, actually 2 chakras. It's connected to the 2nd chakra that runs this way, the sacral chakra, and to the base chakra that runs down between your legs. But you already have pale silver coming up. And when that pale silver, when you get done with this, you're going to send it all back down. So you don't need to worry about the base chakra now, because you're going to get that code through the whole vertical current later. So what you're going to do on step 2, for the tailbone, you're going to go and do the same breathing through chakra 2. Okay? Just through here. You're going to have the drawing here and simply bring up Maharic frequency from here, into this space, and then it's really easy. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out what way to spin. Then we're going to move it again, and it's going to be up to you to decide, is this enough? Did I breathe enough in yet? You might want to try, before you even use the code, what it feels like to breathe the energy through the chakras. All right, you're simply bringing it up to, activating your Maharic seal and bringing up that cord of light to that area and breathing it out. Next one is the heart chakra, which this will clear the astral field and it'll encode the astral field. Okay, bring it up to the heart chakra, the energy, the pale silver energy. You have your little paper, you take it off your tailbone and stick it on your chest down here. Now remember, the 8th chakra is up here a little higher. Okay, it's between chakra 5 and chakra 4. So it's in this space, in here. Now the 3rd step is to put the symbol here on the heart chakra. Okay, and then again, breathe the energy up and front and back at the same time. I would spend a little bit of time. They're saying you can go as quick or as long as you want to. I would suggest breathing, and don't, if you do this too fast, you'll hyperventilate and then feel dizzy and stuff. You don't have to do it fast, just regular breathing, but try to do maybe 2 minutes of breathing for each one. Like, even time it just to make sure for the first few times, just to see. So you build some frequency on that energy signature. And then the last one, you're going to take a little paper, stick it on your forehead. This one is on the pineal. So you just run the D12 frequency out, and you can do it out the 6th chakra, in and out. Out the 6th chakra. And then after you're done, where it feels like it's done, it's time to close down this operation, where you're done with the exercise. The last step is, you still have the thing here. You cleared the 6th chakra. Now at the pineal, the 6th chakra and the 7th intersect. The 7th comes up vertically, and the 6th is running through horizontally. So what you're going to do is imagine that code, and it's going to ride on the pale silver light. You have the pale silver light already up here. Imagine the code coming from your forehead and making a ball that has that code on it. Just imagine the code's in it, a silver ball on the end of the current of pale silver light that's coming in. And you're going to go inhale, and inhale it up with a kind of popping thing to the 14th chakra. Now, inhale to gain momentum and energy. When you inhale and hold for a little bit, you're actually building energy, and then when you'll have more to pop with. Okay? Pop it out to the 14th chakra, and then simply close the whole thing down by taking that. Imagine it's still up there, has a little ball on it with the symbol code in it. Simply inhale, and you're going to throw it all the way down your main vertical current down into the earth's core again. Let it go into earth's core. That's it. You've sealed the main points in your field with it. These points will start taking it through your whole system. If you're feeling sick, or if you're feeling these areas of the body starting to kick up, which means the Jehovian seals are starting to activate and they're giving you problems, like if you're getting headaches or any, the left side stuff, they're saying you can actually take this and run it on every one of the chakras if you want to help yourself heal faster. And once you're done with all the chakras, you're literally clearing the chakras and coding them to this. You can do this even if you're not sick. Yeah, but a lot of people get bored doing the mind gets bored, even if it's doing what it's supposed to. They're also saying the area, after you open the chakras and clear them with this pattern, then the area that's hurting, literally put the little drawing of it over the area. And they're saying it will work better with a little oil, so you're going to have, make a lot of these little drawings, get them photocopied, right? Because the oil will soak through it and you have to throw them away after you're done with an exercise. But stick it over the area and just still have your current running. And it'll literally send from your main vertical current, send the pale silver energy over to it like a ball, and then blow the energy through the area that's hurting, taking in that pattern. So you can spot treat where there's areas of difficulty with that pattern. Yeah, and always use the symbol, when you draw it on a paper, and then you're looking at the back. The back sticks to you, as if it's part of your body, as if it grew there, okay? As if the symbol's right on you, that way, okay? Now you can use these in any combination. You can use your imagination of how you would use these with salutations. You can put them on the bottom of the feet for those chakras. You can put it at the tailbone for D12 access. That's stronger programming than the bottom of the feet. You can use it with salutation exercises, with the round tables, or simply laying or sitting there, which means you can also use it on people who are sick. You can, if you're working with healing, you can transmit this through your hands. You could literally draw the symbol on your hand or hold